What is up, YouTube? It's Isaiah Malonson. If you guys have been watching me, then you know that every New Year's I've made a video, but they were all about me not partying. It was about me refusing to be a part of the 99%. It's no different this year. Not doing anything on the holidays where everybody's doing something has just become like a staple in my belief in what I stand for. I'm not against having a good time. I'm not against partying with your loved ones. But for me, it's an act of defiance against mediocrity and against the systems put in place to have us distracted and act like those times of the year are either more important than any other day, or some people just use it as an excuse to take off work and take it easy. So no, I'm not doing anything for New Year's 2025. Last year, I did 1,000 push-ups. The year before that, I started taking cold showers every single day. But every year, and even before that, when I first got out of jail, I remember first Christmas and the first New Year's, I didn't do anything because there was something inside of me that knew I was not meant to conform. So yes, instead of going out and partying, I'm here making this YouTube video for you guys, for everybody else who's not doing anything. In this video, I just want to share some of the reflections that I've had these past 12 months in 2024, going from zero to almost $300,000 in just this year alone, with no help, no friends, no mama and daddy's money, just me, coming from drug addiction, coming from jail, coming from heartbreak, coming from loss, you name it, I did it. So let's get into it. Okay, so one of the very first things that I learned in 2024 that I'll never forget is learning how to be a man in the world by myself for the first time. I first moved out September of 2023 to Houston, and I stayed in Houston until April of this year. But I never experienced the world. I never put myself out there because I was locked in a room building my business. So when I made my first $100,000 in April and I decided to move out to Dallas, it was really my first time being exposed to the world fully as an independent man on his own, trying to figure it out for the first time. And I tell you what, there's no other feeling like it. And I remember the moment when I first had that feeling of, I'm really out here in this world by myself. If something goes wrong, there's nobody to call. I don't live near any family members. It's all on me. And my reality is up to me. I'll never forget that feeling. And I could honestly say there's nothing else like that feeling of knowing that you're a man on your own and just nobody's coming to save you. And you can do literally anything you want in this world. And I feel like you could never really get that feeling until you move out of your parents' house and you move at least into another state, far away from everything you know. And with that came other experiences like girls, bills, making money, my wardrobe, saving money, buying groceries, car insurance. How do people perceive you? What's your reputation? How do you perceive yourself? All of these are things that I had to figure out over time as I was living out here in Dallas and even in Houston. It was a little overwhelming at first, but after a while, I got used to it. Overall, I would say I am a pretty social guy, so I don't have an issue making friends or anything like that. But yeah, I definitely say that one of the biggest first lessons I've learned in 2024 is just how to be a man and how to provide for myself and how to present myself to the world as a valuable man, how to become valuable, how to present myself as valuable, and how to act accordingly as a valuable man. The second lesson I learned in 2024, which is really, really huge, is I learned how to make money. And there's a bunch of different ways that I could say that. I could say I learned how to attract money. I learned how to demand money. I learned how to be fully sufficient with just me. No 9 to 5, no handouts, nothing. I know that if I were to lose it all tomorrow, God forbid, I could get it all back because of the skill sets that I've learned and picked up along the way and the life experiences that I've had. And overall, I could say it just comes from my consciousness being raised to a level of I will always have money. I will never not have money. Even if it seems like there's no money coming in or the rent's due or whatever, I'm never truly worried about it because I just know money will come to me. easily and effortlessly through multiple streams of income on a continuous basis. I learned that from Bob Proctor, and I feel like this year I really got to that level to where when I say that, I believe it. 110% true. Now, can those numbers raise and increase? Yes, of course. Next year, I want to do $100,000 a month every single month. But at least now, because of all the things that I put myself through, like moving out to Houston on my own, putting my back against the wall, going dark, going monk mode, documenting my whole YouTube journey. Now I know how to just demand money. I know how to sell because I know how to perceive my own value. Not only that, but I know how to articulate my value to other people and reframe their mindset to see things the way I'm seeing. And when you do that, you could demand money from people. And it takes a while to learn that, because what you have to do is pretty much unprogram your mind from every single belief that you've ever had about money and how to make money. And you have to put in the work to first see the proof of concept that you can make money on your own without a 9-to-5, and then doing it long enough to where it becomes normal to you. And I think that's one of the most helpful things that I've learned, is just having that mindset, that abundant mindset, that growth mindset that is always attracting whatever I want. Whatever I want, I get it. And that's not me bragging or being boastful. I'm just saying that because I truly, truly believe that, and it's real. Okay, and the next lesson that I learned from 2024 is I started to understand God more. Now, that doesn't mean that I was necessarily getting closer to God the whole time. Though when I was in Houston, I feel like that was the closest to God I had felt in a very, very long time. I think the time that I spent in Houston was the most righteous time in my life ever, because of the grind and struggle that I put myself through for a higher purpose, and the amounts of time that I was praying and fasting. It was all dedicated towards literally just being a better person, and of course making a multi-million-dollar business. But and now coming out in Dallas, here's the next best thing. Coming out to Dallas, making all that money that I've never made before. Nobody in my family has ever made that type of money before. Having $100,000 all at once in one day, I never had that money before. And I'm just coming from monk mode into downtown city Dallas mode, where everything is crazy. Everything seems like it's straight out of an Instagram reel. Every girl is a freaking model. Everybody's rich. Everybody's driving Lambos. This is my first time really experiencing this and being around this. And I could tell you, I did have to get used to it. But yeah, after being here long enough, few months being here, yeah, I got to experience it. I dipped my toes in it, backslid a little bit, right? Started partying, being with girls, meeting girls out here. I got addicted to smoking cigars, right? Granted, I did smoke cigars when I was in Houston, but now, bro, I could smoke 4 cigars in a single day because I could afford it, but still. So yeah, I would say that my relationship with God has changed, because I changed on my end. Me being here in Dallas in this city life, I know this isn't the end goal or whatever, this isn't the end all be all, but it's a part of my life. And I can't just run away back to Houston just so I could be in my little bubble and be in my cave and be a good boy, because if I were to do that, I'm not really being good, am I? I'm just avoiding my true self. So I feel like another thing I learned, in 2024 about being a man is you don't really know who you are until you're put in certain situations. You don't know what you would do with $100,000 until you're literally given $100,000. You don't know what you would do if your wife of 50 years cheated on you until you're put in that situation, So I learned to judge a lot less, and to not have expectations from other people or from situations, but to always expect the most out of myself, whether it's the best case scenario or the worst case scenario. You have to have a foundation and a standard within yourself that says, I don't care if I'm in this situation, that situation, or a situation that I've never been in before. I have such a strong relationship with myself and a foundation within myself that it doesn't matter where I'm at, what situation I'm in, I will stand by my morals. And if that means that I have to die for it, then I guess I'll just die for it. Kind of like the apostles. They had a foundation, and their foundation was Christ, and nothing could break that. They would never, forsake that, and I feel like that's something I'm learning to do. now that I'm in a different situation, different environment, different temptations, different people around, who am I really? Who are you, Isaiah? You know, things like that. Oh, bonus, side note. 2024, I learned how to be a coach. I started my coaching program for teaching other people how to get their first wholesale deal in the beginning of December 2023. So I've officially been coaching for 1 year, and I've learned so much from being a coach. That's another thing that helps me to grow and to be a better leader. Just working with other people and seeing other people coming from where I came from and going through similar situations and having the authority to speak on their situation because I've been through things like that. I've learned a lot through being a coach. I've learned a lot of humility. I've learned a lot about how to be a leader, how to really show people that you care. You know, actions speak louder than words 10 days out the week. Right? And I think that you can't really be an effective leader until you learn how to be an effective student, a student who is coachable, someone who's willing to trust the teacher, do their instructions, even though they don't make any sense to you right now in the moment, and do it anyways because you have trust in that leader or that mentor. Then you'll be able to have the wisdom or the hindsight to be able to see why you did what you did. So I learned a lot about being a mentor / coach, and I learned a lot about being a student as well because I paid for a lot of mentors this year. Another side note, if you want to skip anything in life, like if you want to fast track anything in life, the best way to go about it is to find a mentor. Point blank period. There's no way around it. Finding a mentor and paying a good mentor. Don't expect the best just because their name is plastered everywhere and everybody sees their name. Invest your time into first you, and then invest your money into someone who you know is going to be there for you, who has a track record of being there for their students, that whether that's me or anybody else. What do their testimonials truly say? And what is their success rate? How many students fail and how many students succeed? How much money are they making? How available are they? You know, but I totally agree that buying mentors was the best thing that I ever did, and it is definitely one of the best things that you guys could do. But yeah, that's my reflections for 2024. Next year in 2025, I plan to make at least $500,000. I want to change 50 people's lives, whether that's through wholesaling real estate or any other entrepreneur venture that they choose to do. But I want to help at least 50 people make their first $10,000 month minimum. I want to grow my YouTube channel to 100,000 followers, and I want to get my Instagram to at least 50,000 followers. Now, if you want to join me on my journey in 2025, if you want to work with me one-on-one, whether that's as a student or you want to work with me in the business, or maybe you just want to join my community with all my other students who help each other in JV deals with each other and just network business ideas. You could either DM me on Instagram or you could click the link below to book a one-on-one call with me to see if you're a good fit for the mentorship, the one-on-one mentorship. And I'm only taking 5 new clients a month. So if you're serious, book a call, let's talk about it. And I really hope if you're watching this, take all of the free information that I give out on YouTube and utilize it. I did it with nothing, no money, no mentor, nothing. And I had to figure it out the hard way. And I'm giving it all away to you guys for free. So please take advantage of it. And when you do get your first deal, holler at me. DM me on Instagram or book a call just to tell me. I'd love to hear it, but take advantage of it, guys. Whether you work with me one-on-one or you just take the free information and you follow it step by step. If you got any value out of this, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe. I'm dropping weekly videos about wholesale real estate, self-improvement, and just life in general. Stay motivated.